Friends, it is Kay from Closet Keepsakes, and I am here with a quick trendy thrift video for you all today. I do have to say hello to all our CK friends as well as all our new friends. This is a channel for thrift fashion and styling with a little bit of affordable fashion in there as well. Today I'm going to give you guys a few thrift tips. Okay, I know a lot of us have been out there thrifting for a while now. This fad is not going away. Thrifting is a real way to shop for fashion and other items in an affordable way. So I'm just going to tell you guys some of the things I do when I go thrifting, and hopefully some of these tips will be useful to you. If you have some, please drop them. So let's get started. So tip number one, you have to come ready, both mentally and physically ready when you're thrifting. Mentally, because it's not like shopping like regular retail. It's not going to be 10 of the same shirts in the same place by different sizes. It's just not. It's going to be a variety of a whole bunch of stuff. Sometimes you're lucky if you see duplicates of the same thing. So if you're not a thrifter or you're not accustomed to that, just go ahead and get your mind right before you get there, because it's definitely going to be a different type of experience. Physically, I would suggest you're wearing comfortable clothing that's easy to put things over or put things over top of it, and wearing shoes that you can easily remove, slip your foot in and out of in an easy way. My suggestions are definitely like tank tops or close fitting t-shirts, leggings, cat suits. I would even say like flip-flops in the summertime, or slides, as well as boots that don't have like fastenings like zippers and lace and all those type of things. Something you can just slip on and off. So definitely come ready. Have yourself ready before you even get there. Okay, so the next tip, this is actually just something I really like to do, and maybe it's because my mind is fresh, but I like to go early. Like if I can, I want to be there when the doors open. Like they have restocked the shelves most likely, so you're getting the bulk of the inventory for the day is out. Sometimes it's not, depending on the thrift store, sometimes it's less crowded, especially if it's like a weekend day and people don't want to wake up really, really early, or on a weekday people are at work. So going really early is helpful. You get the first picks of all the good stuff. So I definitely recommend going early, but sometimes your schedule doesn't allow you to go when you go. But if you can, get the deals and get there early. Get the good stuff. Okay, tip number 3 is don't play yourself, girl. Go ahead and get a basket. If they have baskets, go ahead and get one, because if you're a thrifter, you already know you're going to find something you like, and then you're going to find another something you like, and another something, and another something. So just go ahead and get yourself a basket. Now, the tip that goes hand in hand with that for me is, if you like it, put it in your basket. Without trying it on, without inspecting it or anything like that, just throw it in your basket, because it might be a find that you really, really end up loving and want to get. It fits all the bill, but you don't want somebody else to snatch it up while you're thinking about it. So go ahead and think about it while it's in your basket. So get a basket and put what you like, love, and or need in your basket. Okay, next tip, scan the racks. So I just can't, it's just too much time and energy, especially in a thrift store, because like I said, they have a variety of things. It's not multiples of things. So I like to scan the racks, like run my hand over the racks in each item instead of flipping through each hanger to see what I like. If I find something that has like a texture or a color or a pattern or some other detail that appeals to me, then I'll open up the hanger and see the item in the full or entirety. You'll be all day. You'll be all day in the thrift store if you try to go through every single garment on the rack. So my suggestion would be to scan the racks, walk through, see what you like, pull what you like, throw it in your basket, but don't spend all day flipping through hangers. It's too cumbersome, at least for me. My patience doesn't work like that. So go ahead and do your scan. Next tip is inspect your items. So you got all your stuff in your basket. Now you want to look through the items, because it's a thrift store, so a lot of things are secondhand, have been pre-loved. So you want to make sure you're not seeing tears, stains, yellowing, missing pieces. You want to make sure everything's functional, like zippers, buttons, snaps, hooks, whatever it is. You want to make sure that it is intact, at least up to your standard. Because some people, you know, sometimes you could be like, I could fix this, or I could take this to get altered, things of that sort. That's fine if it's realistic for your life. Because I know there's been times when I'm like, oh, I'll fix it, or I'll take it here and get it done, and it just never happens. But if it's realistic for your life, you definitely want to inspect it and see if it's in good condition and worth the money that they're asking. So definitely do your inspection before you purchase. Okay, so this is my next tip. And this tip is kind of iffy because since COVID, it's really hard to do this in some places. And that is try your items on. If you're looking for fashion items in a thrift store, my suggestion is to try them on if you can, which goes back to tip 1, wear something you could pull things over or try things on over, because some places don't have dressing rooms anymore. Some places have really, really small dressing rooms where you don't have enough room to really like try on things. Some places may not have adequate like mirrors or space. You just never know what you're going to come across, but you can always tuck away in a corner and pull stuff over it, you know, the clothing you have on. So if you can, try things on and make sure they fit you well, or like you would prefer them to be, because a lot of thrift stores do not have returns or exchanges. Some do, but a lot of them don't. So make sure it's something that really suits and works for you. I have a couple of tips for online. I do not do a lot of online thrifting. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. And there's reasons for that, which are gonna be in my tips. 1, you definitely need to know the return policy, exchange policy, all those things, right? You have to do that research, or I would suggest you do that research before you buy online, okay? Make sure that it's suitable for what you prefer and what you like and what feels comfortable for you. Can you return this item if it does not fit? How long do you have to return it? Can you exchange it for something else? Do they have multiples? Because sometimes online they have multiples. And can you exchange it for a different size? All the things. You also want to read the details, because sometimes they'll disclose like some of the things that may be going on the negative side with that piece or garment. So you definitely want to read the return policy, exchange policy, and you want to read the details of the item that you're considering purchasing online. The other suggestion I have for online is, if you're going to purchase online, clothing more so. I'm not so much talking about like bags or shoes. Well, maybe shoes, but not bags. But you have to, I recommend that you're really familiar with your size, your body type, and what brands fit you well. What clothing styles fit you well. Because once again, going back to the return policy, if you can't return it and you buy something that the style either doesn't suit you, or it doesn't fit you well, or it's not flattering to your body type, then you're kind of just stuck with the item. You got to figure out your next step on what you're going to do with that. But I would definitely recommend you're very familiar. You know your sizing, you know what styles, what shapes, what brands fit you well. So if you're going to thrift online, make sure you got to be on the up and up. If you're going to shop online thrift, I think you got to be on the up and up. That's my experience and what I suggest. So last couple of tips. 1, thrifting, like if you really enjoy the experience, can be addictive, y'all. It really can. Like sometimes you're just grabbing stuff because it's a good deal. But you always want to make sure that it's worth it. You know, some thrift stores overprice things where it's like, I could buy this regular retail for maybe a couple dollars more, brand new. Like, just be mindful of how your money's flowing with this. I suggest you set budgets, because like I said, it could be addictive and you could just be putting out money on things that are affordable and don't suit you. You don't really love or like, and it becomes a waste. So just be mindful of your money, your budget, how you're spending it. And it's really with any shopping, but like I said, thrifting can be addictive because of the pricing of some things. Like y'all know I love the thrift store. Y'all, I've been trying to stay away from that joint, but I think I'm going this week because of this. Like they have outstanding prices and I could sometimes find myself buying things I don't really need, or I don't really want, or I don't really love, but because it's 99 cents. You know, those type of things. So just be mindful of your budget and how you're spending it in the thrift store, especially if you feel like you might have a problem. Talk to myself. Okay, last tip, y'all. And it goes really hand in hand with the last tip I just provided, or the previous tip I just provided. And that's weed out. Like, make sure you're being mindful of your budget, being sure you're being mindful of the things that you need, you want. If you went there with intention, like, do you have the thing that you came there for in your basket or anything close to it? Do you need the things that are in your basket? Are they intact? Like, all the tips that I've already provided, you definitely want to weed the things out that do not suit you or your lifestyle or your budget, for sure, and see what truly should go home. That's it. That's all I got. Those are my tips. These are things that I try to practice when I go thrifting. I'm going to be like really focused on this year for sure, because I don't want to waste my money, but I want some good deals and fashion items when I go thrifting. So I hope that they were helpful to you as well. Thanks for watching. Please make sure to like, subscribe, thumbs up, share this video with a friend, and I will see you guys on the next Trendy Thrift video. Bye, y'all.